old man's chest. I think everybody knows what I'm referring to, right? Many older guys, you get old, your chest starts to get saggy, and your outer pecs, sometimes your lower pecs, lower outer areas where most people have problems. You get this saggy skin and shit. That's what it looks like. It looks like your chest is melting away, right? Can you fix that? It can be fixed. So, ain't nothing beats a fail but a try, right? Like a try. So, I'm going to show you a few exercises that you can rotate in. Exercises that worked very well for me. As I had this problem. You know, when I started this new approach, middle of February, beginning of March, I've been going, both guns blazing ever since. But prior to that, I had gotten a little bit out of shape, and my chest was looking shitty, and it took a few months to get it back in shape. It's only just started to look good again. So, today I did chest, and I did again. And this time I was focusing on targeting lower chest, lower and outer pecs. So there's some things that I'm not going to do, like dips. I would love to be able to do dips, but at my age and the abuse that I put my shoulders through, all the heavy weight that I've put on them over these multitude of years of lifting, it's not a good idea for me to put them in these hazardous situations, like such as doing dips or whatever, right? So body weight dips, can't do them. I mean, I can do them, but it could wreck my shoulders. So if I can't do dips, then I can use cables and press down. I can press down with cables for lower chest and for outer chest, depending on the angle I get. So everything is basically on a decline. Now, I don't think that I need like a really steep decline to do my bench. When I do bench, of course, in this instance, I warm up on a machine because I've never been a big believer in decline barbell presses as far as, yeah, you're going to hit your lower pecs, but the ones at most gyms, the benches for this that are set up, decline benches, it's too much of a decline. And you know yourself, you can put a lot more weight on that than you can flat bench because you can get all behind it with your shoulders and you flare your lats more and you can just push more weight on that. But the range of motion is decreased. So I'm not going to say it's a great mass builder, but I will say that it's a good mass builder for your lower chest. It really does hit the lower chest pretty good in some instances. I like to pre-fatigue to make sure, because I've never really felt that decline bench that well. So I use horizontal chest press. I put the seat up high so that I'm down here pushing down, and I lean back. I sit up straight and I lean way back so I can get up under it and push up under it. Flare my elbows out and push up under it. Not out like this, but just flare them out a little bit and get a good push under. And it gives me some of the middle and some of the lower chest. And if I get a really good full range of motion, I might get a little bit of outer, but it's not a ton of outer. But I am getting really good lower chest out of that. Then I'll move over and I'll do the declines. And when I do decline, I'll throw a 45-pound plate underneath of the bench. And from a flat bench, 45-pound plate under, I think it's enough of a decline. And I'll do either barbell or dumbbell. I prefer the dumbbell because I can get the outer chest involved in it more. It's easier for me to feel it because I can get a better stretch. I can come down independently and get a better stretch, and when I come up to the top, I can squeeze. So, I'm getting inner lower, and I'm getting that really good stretch, and coming up from the bottom, I'm getting the outer lower. So I'm good with that. Then when I move back over to cables, I'd like to do unilateral, single arm chest press on the cable, and I'll do it straight down, and I'll show you, throw a little clip in here to demonstrate that. I'll do it straight down, and the thing is, you gotta let it come back. You gotta let it come back. So I will have, like if I'm doing the right arm, I'll have the right leg forward, because that way I can twist. I want to twist way back. You know what I mean? I don't want to be standing with the left leg forward, because then I'm already halfway turned around. But if I'm standing with the right leg forward and my hips are turned toward the right, then I have to twist back further, and I can get a fuller range of motion in it. And I'm pushing down. pushing down. You know, sometimes I'm pushing straight down. Get over top of it and push straight down. So it depends. If I'm coming from overhead, I'm pushing more almost straight down, one side than the other side. If I'm coming from behind me at like chest height, then I'm still pushing down, but I'm pushing down toward the middle. And I'm also underhand. I'll do that underhand. I'll do that underhand so that I can come around and bring more of that outer pec in right there. I'm getting that outer pec is coming in real good like that, you know. And then when I move into my triceps, if I'm going to do triceps, which I did do triceps tonight, behind chest. So the first tricep exercise I'm going to do is going to be a push down, and I'll put a clip in here, but I'm going to do the push down not specifically for triceps. The triceps are they're actually a secondary mover in it. If I get up over top of it really good, and I lean way over top of it, and I'm pushing like this, pushing down, I'm really bringing this lower pec in, really bringing lower pecs, hitting them lower pecs, hitting those lower pecs, them lower pecs. And then I'll move on into triceps. And then when I move into, like, I'll put a cable on there even, and I'll show you a little clip of that here. When I'm doing pull downs, I'll sit back and I'll even lean back so that when I pull back, I'm flexing my pecs. I'm flexing my pecs throughout, pulling and flexing my pecs. So if you're trying to do something about this old man chest, you know, I mean, of course, a huge factor is going to be how much body fat are you holding? How much body fat are you carrying? You want to, you know, reduce body fat. You want to get leaner, because that could be the majority of the problem right there, that it's mostly just fat, that if you get leaner, chest will be more delineated. But if it seems like you haven't really gotten fatter, but as you've gotten older, your chest seems to have just lost its shape in that area, then this might be something you want to try. These specifically lower outer focused exercises. And again, I prefer most of the time the cable, because I can get more of a range of motion to really bring that outer pec in. And if I'm going to do decline bench, which I will do, I may use a bar, but I'm most likely going to use dumbbells, because again, I can get more of a stretch in there and bring that outer pec in more into play. So, can you fix old man's chest? Yeah, you can fix it. I don't know about every single instance, but you know, what do you got to lose? You're only going to get better.